Hi, SA2. This is our math lesson for Friday, April 3rd. So we are still comparing decimals, saying which decimal number is greater and which decimal number is smaller. So we're going to watch a video or a song about comparing decimals using the greater than and less than symbols.
And 65,000. The greater number is the alligator's preference. He looks at the place values from left to right. Finds the greatest tenth place, so he takes a big bite. The hungry alligator eats the value that is greater. The value that is least is never part of his feast. 107 thousandths and 11 hundredths. The greater value is what the alligator gets. He looks at the place values from left to right. Wants the greatest hundredths place, so he takes a big bite. The hungry alligator eats the value that is greater. The value that is least is never part of his feast. 209 thousandths and 4 5/10. The gator eats the one with the greater contents. He looks at the place values from left to right. Wants the greatest one's place, so he takes a big bite. The hungry alligator eats the value that is greater. The value that is least is never part of his feast.
Now the numbers are the same on both sides. The gator wants to eat, but he can't decide. Neither is greater or less. It's a perfect tie. So the alligator writes an equal sign.
The hungry alligator eats the value that is greater. The value that is least is never part of his feast. The hungry alligator eats the value that is greater. The value that is least is never part of his feast.
There's a line underneath the greater than sign. Greater than or equal to is how the sign is defined. I'll write a line underneath the less than sign. And less than or equal to is the name of the design.
Okay, so let's go back and go over some of what was talked about.
107 thousandths and 11 hundredths. The greater value is what the alligator gets. He looks at the place values from left to right.
Okay, so this is our place value chart that we had yesterday, right? We look at the ones column. The ones column is the same. If we look at the tenths, which is the number after the decimal, that's also the same. Then we go to the hundredths, right? We notice there's a 0 and a 1. The 1 is greater than the 0, right? So 11 tenths is greater than 107 thousandths. Even though 107 thousandths has more digits, the number is less because as you go to the right, like I said to you, the numbers get smaller. The value of the numbers gets smaller. So hundredths is less of a value than tenths. Thousandths is less of a value than hundredths. Okay, as we go to the left, the value gets greater. Okay, that's why 11 tenths is greater than 107 thousandths. Okay. Okay, so let's take a minute and we'll look at our worksheet for today. Okay, I know some of you had some questions about being able to convert PDFs to Word documents. I tried to research it, and a lot of the converters need subscriptions and they cost money. So what I'm going to try and do for next week is I'm going to try and put some of these PDFs into a Draw It in Nearpod so that you can draw on the Nearpod slide and write your answers in and then just do it that way. Otherwise, I'm going to have to, type these PDFs over as Word documents myself. But I think that's what we're going to do for next week, and then we'll see how that goes. Okay, so let's look at the directions. It says use less than, greater than, or equal to compare the decimal numbers. Let's look at the first one. 0.65, 65 hundredths and 56 hundredths. Ask yourself, which is more, 65 out of 100 or 56 out of 100, right? Like I said to you, think about money. Think about it out of a dollar. Which one would be more, 65 cents or 56 cents? Okay, and we know 65 is greater, so that's why we're putting the greater than sign. 1 2 hundredths or 1 20 hundredths. Ask yourself, which is more, 1 2 hundredths or 1 20 hundredths? Is $1.02 more, or is it $1.20 more? Right? Remember, the alligator eats the bigger number, so that mouth opens to the greater number. Okay, let's look at A. 33 hundredths and 43 hundredths. Which one is greater? Let's look at the place values. We have a 3 and a 4. Which is the bigger number? The 4, right? So the alligator would obviously eat the bigger number, which is the 4. So we would put a greater than symbol. Okay, if we look at B, 10 hundredths and 83 hundredths. If we look at the place values, right, we have a 1 and we have an 8, which is the greater number, the 8. Okay, so 83 hundredths is greater than 10 hundredths. 25 hundredths and 21 hundredths. What's the greater number, 25 or 21? 25 is greater. Okay. 5 is greater. 5 is greater, right? 9 is greater than 3. 3 and 3 tenths, 2 and 3 tenths. If we look at the ones place, 3 is greater than 2, right? And look at the next one, 6 and 4 tenths, 8 and 6 tenths, right? We know 8 is greater than 6. 7 tenths and 9 tenths. We know 9 is greater than 8. 9 is greater than 7. So 9, the alligator eats the bigger number, okay? Okay, let's look at the next one. 1 21 hundredths and 5 and 10 hundredths. Again, look at the number in the ones place. 1 is less than 5, so 5 is greater. Okay? Okay, look at K. What do we notice? 7 and 88 hundredths and 7 and 88 hundredths. They are both the same. So what are we going to put in that space to compare these two decimals? We're going to put an equal sign because they're equal. They're the same. Okay, if you look at your next, the last two, N and O, okay, they deal with money, which is a little easier to understand. $4 and $7.76. Which one's going to be more money? $7, yes. So that's why you would put the greater than symbol. Okay, I think you can do the last three on your own. Okay, so this is your assignment for tomorrow. This is the worksheet that you're going to do. You can find a video on YouTube on comparing decimals if you would like to watch that. Okay, to make it easier for yourself, that would be great. You can go back to the study jams. I think they have one on comparing decimals. Thanks so much.